Good evening. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority clears House Technologies Industries, or HTI, of liabilities in the recent fire that happened in its factory in Cavite. Ray Pelayo will tell us why.
The UNTV drone has captured how a massive fire has charred industrial materials inside the factory of House Technologies Industries, or HTI, in an economic zone in Cavite. Around 56 fire trucks have joined forces to extinguish the fire that reached Task Force Delta. Based on the initial investigation of the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, or PEZA, there were no violations on the part of the management of HTI. Also, PEZA declares what happened as mere accident.
The fire friction of that wood cutter was absorbed by the vacuum cleaner, including the paint, the odor of the paint, no? So yung maybe some of those fire frictions went inside the bag that put all the dust. So doon siguro pumasok yung fire frictions. Kaya biglang pumutok.
PEZA has the jurisdiction in managing economic zones in the country, including the safety of employees working in the area. HTI undergoes regular inspections twice a year by PEZA. The latest was in July last year. PEZA attests that the company always complies with the safety standards, and in fact, the group of companies where HTI belongs always win the fire drill competitions.
The fire was caused, it was a mere accident. It was a mere accident because even the storage of the chemicals was not hit by the fire.
However, the Associated Labor Union of the Philippines insists that the visitorial power should be returned to the Department of Labor and Employment in order to ensure the safety of employees.
Most likely talagang hindi nasunod dahil nagkaroon nga ng ganitong insidente. Dahil yung mga makinang yan, kapag hindi siya minomonitor at hindi siya inilagay sa tamang standard, talagang magkakaproblema yan.
The ILG is planning to have a surprise visit in the burnt factory.
Ang problema kasi sa sunog sa Cavite, sa loob yan ng PIZA, no? Philippine Export Zone Authority. So parang gobyerno yan sila. Hindi kami makapasok. Ang fire namin hindi maka-investigate, hindi maka-issue ng certificate. Pero yun lang, pag nasunog sila, talagang papasok kami.
Ray Pelayo, UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
Starting the third week of February, the minimum fare in public utility jeepneys will be adjusted from 7 pesos to 8 pesos. Joanna will tell us why.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, has approved the petition of several transport groups to increase to 8 pesos the minimum fare in jeepneys. The minimum fare hike will take effect in all jeepneys plying through Metro Manila, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, and Mimaropa. LTFRB says the fare increase is due to the increasing prices of petroleum products in the market.
The request namin na ibalik yung aming pamasahe doon sa original na pamasahe namin. Lumalabas ngayon ay tuloy-tuloy naman ang pagtaas na umabot na ng 37 per liter.
The board provisionally granted the increase from 7 to 8 for PUJs.
Meanwhile, the National Center for Commuter Safety believes the fare hike is reasonable and would help jeepney drivers earn enough money.
Hindi magiging pabigat, napakaluwag sa aming loob na ito ay isama at makibahagi sa pang-araw-araw na dinadanas ng ating mga drivers.
Meanwhile, aside from passenger jeepneys, LTFRB also approved the petition of some taxi operators to return to 40 pesos the flag down rate in taxi cabs. The agency, however, clarifies that the approval covers only the taxi companies under the Panay Taxi Operators, Cebu Taxi Operators, and Philippine National Taxi Operators Association. LTFRB has decided only the flag down rate petition and has yet to study other petitions of taxi operators. Joan Nano, UNTV News and Rescue, Makati City.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, has warned transport groups against forcing jeepney drivers to join their transport strike. Joanna is back to tell us why.
Hundreds of passengers were stranded earlier due to the transport strike held by transport groups Samahan ng mga Tsuper at Operators sa Pilipinas, or Stop and Go. The transport strike was in protest of the government's planned jeepney phase-out and modernization program for passenger jeepneys aged 15 years and above. Many passengers, including workers and students, were stranded, while others decided to just go home due to difficulty in commuting.
Papunta po kami sa Krami, matagal po puno po yung sasakyan.
Okay, mahirap po Traffic po masyado.
Some protesters also block other jeepney drivers and force them to join the transport strike. In line with this, LTFRB has warned the transport groups that allegedly harass other jeepney drivers to join the strike.
We gave instructions now to the Regional Director of NCR. Papahanapin namin sino mga franchise holders nitong mga nandito. On the part of LTFRB, definitely yung may mga plate numbers na nasa amin, ginagawa na yung mga show cause orders nila.
Meanwhile, the president of the Stop and Go group and some of its members had talked with LTFRB about the proposal of phasing out all jeepney units. However, the group is not convinced of the jeepney modernization plan offered by the government.
Ang gusto namin ito is scrap mo muna ito, pag-usapan natin kung gagawin naman policy, hanap na kami.
The group decided to postpone their transport strike and will plan for their next protest. Joan Nano, UNTV News and Rescue, Makati City.
The newly renovated LRT Line 1 opens today. In line with this, management of LRT announces a possibility of an increase in train fares. Aga Kakbay will tell us why.
President and CEO of LRMC, or the Light Rail Manila Corporation, Rogelio L. Singson, says passengers of LRT Line 1 can now expect a smooth ride after the opening of the newly renovated LRT1 Doroteo Jose station.
The second major component or obligation is station improvements. And that's why this major event, the first station, is important because we will improve and give the same look in all of the 20 stations.
Singson adds the renovation of the Doroteo station is just the first phase of their 500 million pesos station improvement project. Among the renovations are the installation of clearer signages, LED lights and fixtures, painting works, and the complete restoration of all elevators and escalators. The LRT management also plans to put up food and non-food kiosks, retail spaces, and ATM machines to make goods and services available to commuters. LRMC also targets to renovate next the two biggest stations of LRT, the Central and Baclaran stations. However, Singson has announced that with the improvements come the possibility of fare hikes. He explains the government may pass the expenses for renovation to the commuters or may just implement subsidies.
Now, it is really up to government and Congress to decide whether the fare increase will be passed on to the commuters or government could subsidize. We have an ongoing what we call claims against the non-implementation of the fare hike, so that can easily be absorbed by what the budget for 2017-2018, so that fare increase is not passed on to commuters. So government has a choice: pass it on to commuters or subsidize.
The Light Rail Manila Corporation vows to provide convenience to LRT's passengers. This is why the LRMC says they continue to address the concerns and fix the problems of the said train system. Aga Kaakbay, UNTV News and Rescue, Manila.